Thank you, Waziri. Sometimes they say that to handle matter security, people have to work in silence.
Yeah.
We have heard of recent times utterances of national insecurity emanating from some of the politicians on the engagement of the deputy president in the US. And he has been dared that he'll be arrested when he comes back. And at one time, you also pronounced yourself to that. He responded to the dare by telling you people that he will tell you the time and the plane that he will. Can you respond to that dare without making it a national insecurity issue?
Well, basically, I thought that I said it clearly yesterday that it is him who voluntarily said that he has information about Kenyan authorities' engagement with Al-Shabaab and negotiating and doing business with Al-Shabaab and so forth. So I thought it's not even a question of being arrested. It is, if he is patriotic enough, he needs to record that statement with the DCI. And that should be the first opportunity is offered. In fact, I thought he was going to say he will tell us the time and the hour is going to arrive, and therefore, DCI, prepare yourself, I will be in your office 2 hours after I land. It should behoove him at his position of authority to present himself directly to authorities and record a statement. Not for anything else, for the record. Because if you are going to be making such allegations, it behooves you to make sure that it's on the record. And I said clearly that if you ask me increasingly, I'm not a doctor, but increasingly the utterances that come from Deputy President are pointing out to two things. Either he's a serious or a pathological liar who is looking for cheap political publicity, or is an acute case of mental health, who perhaps will be unnecessary for us to spend resources to arrest, but rather to guide him and his loved ones to take him to a mental hospital. Because, and I'm saying this really because he says one thing this month, then he jumps to another. Yeah, he will wake up and tell you that I don't know if it was true, it was him or whatever. You know, I can't keep up with his lies. At one point, he will tell you that Kenya Kwanza bought all tickets for Arambe Stars to go to the to the field. The next minute, his deputy party leader is posting pictures from inside there. In any case, we even greeted each other with him and in Kasarani. On 1 minute, he will be saying that I will, you know how he praised his, when we came to office, he announced to the whole world that the coffers were empty. When he was asked recently, he said, no, they were not empty, I lied. And he's not telling people that he lied for the first time. So if he lied that time, who tells you that he's not lying now? But to be very honest, if he was still holding office, any reasonable Kenyan would have asked for a mental assessment for his ability to lead. But now that he's out of office, it is out of compassion that I ask his loved ones to check him in for mental health.
But if I may ask, why don't you handle this thing behind the curtains? Because the utterances in public spheres causes emotional instability among the population. Why can't it be handled in a more dignified way, other than the back and forth?
I think I need to talk to his doctor to handle it behind the scenes, in a dignified way, so that he doesn't keep making those attempts. And I thank you for that. Yeah. When an interview was done by, I think, a journalist on DCI, DCI actually is the journalist who was reporting. When they went to the DCI, the guy told the DCI, this guy, what's his name, Mackenzie, called him from the cells and prayed for him on phone. So you can see radicalization. My friend, it's not like somebody has gotten you and killed you, but is ingraining certain beliefs in people's mind. Baka people are fasting to death. Now, where the real genocide has happened, and high crimes have happened, is because it involves children who are not of It is the children who are dying because they are not of age to deal with these beliefs. Some of these beliefs are happening in a house, in a whatever, and then eventually people are going to be buried in a site. So that's why the investigation is going to tell us exactly what has happened, and it's an area. And then many Kenyans don't know that part of the reasons why we have not closed the Shakahola issue is that, you see, these people are not from Kilifi. They are from all over the country, Baringo, Vika walikuwa wengi, Siaya, Kisumu, all those places. Now, relatives in that place do not know that the person they lost actually went to Shakahola and they died there. So they are not even presenting themselves for DNA test. So the testing and concluding the matters has been complex, but we are about to make a decision as government to see if we can inter the remaining parts of bodies because of lack of any further people have come out for DNA, and maybe just create a memorial center within the Shakahola itself. It's also they take advantage of the vastness and the of the land we are talking about an area of forest of 100,000 acres and so forth. And some of these people go and hide there and, commit the atrocities that they have done. It's very unfortunate. But that will be dealt with.
Just to
maybe before we go to...
Yes.
The IG has already given me the current statistics. There was the total number of firearms that were recovered from the Operation Maliza Walivu were 253. The animals that were stolen, that's the firearms, 253. Total ammunitions recovered is 1,441. And animals stolen, 22,456. And animals recovered, 20,000. So there's about 2,000 animals that were not recovered in the process.
Before I give it to Uncle, to pick it from what Ngana said about the Murkomen, can you institutionalize this issue of, like what you're doing, the Jokwa issue? Can you institutionalize like what Kenya School of Government are doing with them under the tree, so that we make it this not less expensive and leaving it to Waziri to go around the counties and go back to institutionalized patriotism and barazas like what we used to do before?
That's why I'm saying individualism ndio inatuharibia. But kitu ya maana ni perhaps kutumia our regional and county police commanders, commissioners and chiefs na assistant chiefs, ikuwe kwamba wanang'ang'ana na kuhakikisha kwamba, na sijasema nyumba kumi haifanyi everywhere. Kuna sehemu ambayo nyumba kumi inafanya fantastically, na ni kwa sababu ya support ile chiefs wanafanya pamoja na community. Na kidogo maybe tuta strengthen ile tunasema some resources kidogo ile AIE for the chiefs, ndio wapate uwezo ya kuorganize hizo nyumba kumi. Hiyo ndio request ya wa chiefs wamekuwa wakisema across the country.
Right, I'd like to still press on the issue of illicit brew. And just before that, I'd like to put you up to speed. Last night, a 20-year-old boy, or rather a young man, died in Wanyororo farm after consuming illicit brew and died in a midnight fire that he caused himself. That is how sad the situation of illicit brew is, and I understand it is not an isolated case. But now then, how do you deal when prominent people, politically protected, politically affiliated, are involved heavily in the distribution of illicit brew products?
Thank you.
I think Waziri, to just save time, please, if you have a pressing question, please shoot so that he can take and just address them unanimously, because we are really pressed on time and we need to wind up.
Okay, Waziri, swali langu ni kuhusiana ile formation of new sub-counties. Kwa mfano hapa Nakuru, Naivasha na Nakuru kuna idadi kubwa ya watu. Na tukielekea ile mgao ya zile rasilimali za umma hawapati haki, na imekuwa ni vigumu sana wapate hiyo new sub-counties. Na tukienda kule Narok kuna new sub-counties yenye zimeformiwa lakini asifanyi kazi vizuri. Kwa mfano kule kuna location in Transmara South, the new sub-county. Iko na sub-chief lakini haina chief kwa muda sasa. pengine mko na mikakati gani ili kuhakikisha kwamba